You know that little twinge of pain in your wrist after a long day? That's not just you being tired. That's a warning light on your body's dashboard. And it's blinking because your mouse is, slowly but surely, wrecking your hand. They all point back to one single fundamental problem: the design of the standard computer mouse. It's a tool we use for hours every single day, yet it forces our hand, wrist, and arm into a position that is completely unnatural. What if the solution to a problem that plagues millions of USVM office workers, 2 gamers, 2 artists, has been hiding in plain sight this whole time? It can cause tendinitis in your forearm, or lead to mouse elbow, which is just as painful as its cousin, tennis elbow, a little soreness at the end of the day, the urge to shake out your wrist every now and then. Imagine giving it up because your hand can't make those fine, controlled movements anymore. In the worst cases, even surgery. The total yearly costs tied to these injuries, from lost productivity to medical care, are estimated to be in the billions. The name says it all. It's a mouse that's turned on its side, sticking up from your desk like a shark fin. The buttons and scroll wheel are right where you'd expect. But by changing the angle of your hand, you change everything about the physical toll it takes on your body. This is a device that sits right in front of your keyboard. It's a long tube that you roll and slide to move the cursor. We usually think of these as tools for artists, but a Wacom tablet or a similar device can be a full-time mouse replacement for anyone. These get rid of gripping altogether, which can be a major source of hand strain. The huge advantage here is that it encourages you to use both hands and clicks, completely freeing up your hands to do other things or just get a much-needed rest. For those with severe mobility issues, or for anyone who just wants to push the boundaries of their setup, there's a fascinating world of hands-free tech. That's head tracking. Using a small camera or a wearable sensor, these systems turn your head movements into cursor movements. Even voice control, which is already built into Windows and macOS, can be a huge help. Your muscle memory has spent years being trained on a flat mouse. Most people say they feel comfortable in a few days and are back up to full speed within a week or two. Think about the alternative costs: copays for doctor's visits, physical therapy sessions, pain medication, lost productivity at work. Suddenly, that $95 for a top-of-the-line Logitech MX Vertical doesn't seem so bad, does it? Think of it like learning better posture. It's awkward at the beginning, but the long-term payoff of less pain is absolutely worth it. You've been using a regular mouse your whole life, and making a switch feels like a huge deal. Let's tackle the biggest concerns: head. Mixing and matching these tools can create a setup that spreads the workload across your whole body, not just your 2 overworked hands. It's the main way you interact with your digital world. And for most of us, it's something we have our hands on for thousands of hours a year. The pain you might be feeling isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of a design flaw in the tool itself. Thanks for watching, and here's to a healthier, more comfortable future. You can nudge it with your left fingers. Then you're right, switching back and forth without even thinking about it. Brands like Contour Design with their Roller Mouse series are the leaders here. The goal is to find the one device that lets your hand rest in its most natural, relaxed position. That little nagging ache is a critical warning. Listening to it today can save you from a future of chronic pain. Don't wait until the damage is done. Take back control of your comfort, starting with the device your hand rests on all day long. While you might not see a pro esports player using one in a tournament final tomorrow, for the vast majority of us, they are absolutely viable. In fact, the reduced fatigue can be a massive advantage in long sessions. And now, companies are finally making real, gamer-grade vertical mice. In 2025, we saw releases like the Keychron M5 and the Razer ProClick V2 Vertical Edition, which pack high-end sensors, low latency, and high polling rates, all the specs gamers care about, just in a body that's actually good for you. So, yes, you can absolutely game comfortably and competitively. Let me know in the comments what mouse you're using right now. And if you've ever felt that wrist pain we've been talking about, the pressure on your median nerve is gone, giving it room to breathe and dramatically cutting your risk of carpal tunnel. Models like the fan-favorite Logitech MX Vertigo or the Logitech Lift are designed with very specific angles, usually between 50 and 70 degrees to hit that comfort sweet spot. They have all the features you'd expect, like adjustable sensitivity and programmable buttons, so you're not sacrificing performance. You can find great budget-friendly options like the TechNet Vertical Mouse or go all-in on premium models like the Avant, which even comes in different sizes and left-handed versions. As one reviewer for a major tech site put it, "I can feel my arm relax when I go to use this mouse." It sounds a little weird, I know, but once people get over the short learning curve, they absolutely swear by them for comfort and precision. The Logitech MX Ergo is a top contender here, and it even tilts for a more custom fit. The entire design is based on one simple, powerful idea: putting your hand back into that neutral, handshake position. A good ergonomic mouse might seem a little pricey, But that cost is nothing compared to the price of doing nothing. That little twinge, it's the first chapter of a story you do not want to live through. Imagine not being able to pick up your kid without wincing. Imagine a future where that dull ache isn't just an after-work thing, but your constant companion. Your productivity tanks, your focus is shot. The work you once loved becomes a source of dread. I know, because I've been there. I used to think it was just a normal side effect of long hours at the computer. I'd finish a project or a marathon gaming session, and my right hand would just feel buzzy. Studies have shown frequent mouse users are at a high risk for this kind of nerve entrapment. And this isn't some problem reserved for data entry clerks. Gamers making thousands of clicks, graphic designers needing pixel-perfect control, video editors scrubbing timelines. You're tied to a computer, you are at risk. The very tool that unlocks our productivity is ironically causing a physical breakdown that threatens our ability to work at all. This is what happens when the median nerve, which runs through a narrow channel in your wrist called the carpal tunnel, gets squeezed. That constant pressure from the unnatural twist, plus the stress of your wrist resting on the desk, can cause inflammation that chokes the nerve. The result? Pain, numbness, tingling, and weakness in your hand. Stick around, because we're about to explore the world of ergonomic mice. That might just save your hands before it's too late. 1. The problem. Why your mouse is the enemy. Alright, let's get right into it. Why is this little plastic puck on your desk such a villain? That's where the damage starts. This constant, low-level strain puts enormous pressure on the muscles, tendons, and nerves in your arm. It's a static tension your body was never built to handle for that long. You had to twist your forearm to get your palm to face down. That rotation, that pronation, forces the two bones in your forearm, the radius and the ulna, to cross over each other. This is your arm's neutral, handshake position. Now, put that hand on your desk like you're about to grab a normal mouse. Holding that twisted position for a few seconds, no big deal. But holding it for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, this sets the stage for a whole bunch of nasty conditions we lump together as repetitive strain injuries, or RSI. 2. The agitation, a glimpse into a painful future for most of us. The first signs are easy to brush off. Now, think about your life outside of your job. That hobby you love, gaming, playing guitar, drawing, woodworking. This is the reality of unchecked repetitive strain injury. It's a slow-motion injury that builds up over years. 3. The solution. The handshake that heals, okay? So we've established the problem and stared into the painful abyss of ignoring it. Let's talk about the solution. The undisputed star of this world, and the most direct fix for that forearm twisting problem, is the vertical mouse. When you grab a vertical mouse, your thumb rests comfortably on one side and your fingers on the other. Your wrist is straight. Using a vertical mouse isn't about learning a brand new skill. It's about unlearning a bad habit your body was forced into. 4. Exploring the alternatives, your guide to a pain-free setup. While the vertical mouse is a game-changer for many, the world of ergonomic gear is wonderfully diverse. Different problems call for different solutions. Next up, we have track mice. These are a fantastic choice if your pain is more in your shoulder or if you're tight on desk space. Then we have touch-based alternatives. 5. Beyond the obvious. The future of hands-free control. Imagine controlling your computer with just a turn of your head. And yes, you can even use your feet. Foot mice use pedals or sliders to control the cursor. While these tools are absolutely vital for accessibility, they also point to a future where we aren't so dependent on our hands. Yes, it's going to feel weird at first. This is the big one for gamers. For the longest time, the honest answer was not really. A good ergonomic mouse can cost anywhere from $30 to over $100. And yes, that's more than a cheap pack-in mouse. 7. How to choose the right one for you. If you're getting that classic wrist and forearm pain, start with a vertical mouse. It's the most direct fix for the wrist twisting problem. If you have limited desk space or your pain is more in your shoulder, a trackball mouse is probably your best bet since your arm stays still. If you want to give your dominant hand a break or love the idea of using both hands, look into a roller bar mouse. If simply gripping the mouse is what causes you pain, a trackpad or a pen tablet could be the perfect answer, since they use a much lighter touch. Don't be afraid to try one out. Many stores have good return policies. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about your setup, do me a favor.